Hello, my dear Aries. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between October 1st and October 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot with zero marketing, and I will start shuffling your cards. So I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So I want my dear Aries to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun is moving from Virgo to Libra the 22nd of September and from Libra to Scorpio the 23rd of October. Mercury travels together with the Sun. So I know it was card wanted to jump, but I try to ignore it as long as possible, because every time I get interrupted, I lose my track with the astrological mumbo jumbo here. So this is the wheel. The wheel is, of course, astrological events of big importance, like bigger events in time that's affecting you here down on Earth. And we can see it's Jupiter here. What did I say? Yes, Mercury travels together with the Sun. It moves into Libra September 30 and into Scorpio October 17, where it joins there with Jupiter that moved into Scorpio 12th of October. So we have a big movement with Jupiter, with move from Libra to Scorpio, and Jupiter have been in Libra for a long time. So that will be a major event. It will change your lady luck a little bit. Yes, Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter oppose Uranus retrograde in what sign? Aries, yes. And all is opposing this. Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter oppose Uranus retrograde in Aries together. So Mercury and Sun also squares Pluto in Capricorn together. And Mars and Venus is in Virgo. Venus is traveling into Libra, October 15. And Mars moves into Libra October 21st. We will have the first new moon on the cusp Libra Scorpio September 20. Full moon in Aries, that's your sign, October 5. And the second new moon will be in Libra, October 19. And that will be a rather powerful new moon time with both the new moon and Sun in Libra, together with Jupiter and Mercury in Scorpio, and all opposing retrograde Uranus in what? Aries. Yes, your sign. So very powerful there. It's like the hangman illumination, because Uranus has the symbol of the hangman, and it's going retrograde in your sign. So it's really hanged. And your sign Aries is the head. It's very masculine. So it's something cooking with a divine masculine here. Okay, so we'll see what's going on with you. So I will just tune in a few seconds to your reading, then we will continue. Okay, my dear Aries, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. So the past is probably September, but it might be moving into August as well, and or moving out from August as well. If it's major arcana card, it might be talking about bigger chunks of time or really quick events sometimes. And here's the now. That's the first half of October 2017. And it's a forecast, so you're not supposed to recognize yourself in this. It's supposed to be in the future if you're not listening to this reading when it's actually on. But if you're listening now, when I'm broadcasting this, I think it's the 14th of September today. Yes, it is. And so it's 2 weeks ahead. So this is not going to have happened yet, but you will still recognize yourself in this, because probably it will talk about something that you have been working on for a longer period of time. And it might also be something that's repetitive in your life, like a karma. For some of you, you are front runners, and you are like the first drop of water that's taking itself through the sand in a dry area when rain has come, and it's starting to collect itself. And eventually the first drop will become a river. And that's when it has come many drops. But someone needs to go first. And here you have the future. So that will be the second half of October moving into November. Okay. So first card for you here is Ace of Coins. So Ace of Coins is a new beginning. It's something new starting, and it's like the gateways to paradise. Something is being opened for you, Aries, here, and it's a chance. It's a chance that you can grasp, or you can let it go away. It usually comes after death. So usually this comes after you have to sacrifice something of the old, but it might be just a new opportunity, money coming in, or meeting someone interesting, or finding a new new endeavor that you want to throw yourself into. And here we have the High Priestess. So it might be that this new endeavor is spiritual growth, because the High Priestess is all about spirit. She is drowned in emotions. So she knows, she has the awareness in her emotions. She knows her emotions. She can feel them. She can have her intuition and instincts coming from her emotions. And her waters, her emotions, is being pulled by the moon, the divine, and giving her different presumptions or feelings. Like she might feel jealousy, for example, because the moon is pulling, so it wants to talk about jealousy, sort out jealousy. Why I'm feeling jealous? Is it about the person? Is it in me? Do I have like a reason to be jealous? Do I have a wound here where I can't really trust people? Is that the thing? So she's always digging, finding out new things. And she also have a lot of experience, things that she has been through in the past and things she wants to experience in the future. This pomegranate with 61 seeds, or what it is in those. And it's an owl here. Her wisdom, her thoughts, her mind, and also her soul has gone down in her body, and she's illuminated with horned figure there, horned symbol in the forehead. She also is tattooed. She's very tribal. She's very shamanistic. She's in contact with all the elements, all the different worlds, her own body as well. She's like connected to all the dimensions, third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. She's everywhere. So this is a person knowing themselves, respecting themselves, and being themselves. So it looks very fortunate for you, but it might be something that's not yet to be revealed, or you don't want to. Sometimes this is nature, and here a person that's being very natural, or working accordingly with nature. So it might be talking about how you are like a natural being. And here we have also a King of Coins. King of Coins is usually Capricorn, might be Taurus or Virgo. So you also have this kind of Taurus horns. It's not so much Aries horns, it's more Taurus horns in the forehead. So it's something with earth, it's something with your body, it's something with preserving yourself and taking care of yourself, taking care of your own kingdom, becoming in your own authority, like allowing yourself to have boundaries, allowing yourself to nurture yourself. So it looks very, very beautiful. It might be that you're involved with the King of Cups, coins as well, sorry, King of Coins, if I didn't say that before. It's very fertile here with the bees and the King of Coins. The King of Coins is like a farmer or a rich like person having an estate. It's also a doctor, healer, things like this, people taking care of their body. And here we have the Fool. So we have the witch, kind of the warrior there with the King of Coins, and the Fool. But it might be that this warrior of yours is more a protective kind. It's not so much, it doesn't have any weapons. So it's protecting, taking authority, being very stubborn, being standfast, like not being easily rocked. So it's a family situation here, and I think it's your different archetypes. I will try to show this to you. So the witch, the warrior, and the child. So the child is the one that gets all the information. It's the antenna. You can see it is up here in the sky, much like the owl there, if you can see it. So that's the antenna. And the one that's interpret what comes through the antenna, it's the witch. And the warrior is the one that preserves the whole gang, like hold them all together, protect themselves against enemies, and like deciding what's going to be done in the future of it all. So the Fool is a new beginning, as is the Ace of Coins. So it's something cooking here with you. I think it looks very stable. It looks very grounded. Here's the kind of the masculine here in its domesticated shape, as is the dog in its domesticated shape. Wolf would be maybe more King of Swords or King of Wands. Not King of Wands maybe, but yes, King of Swords then. Okay, and here we have, yes, swords, a lot of swords. 10 of Swords. Well, 10 of Swords is it's something in your thoughts that has come to its full extent. It might be that there's some kind of battle going on between your old self, the old self that's trying to take care of itself by a little bit more ego, like all the survival skills and things, and your new natural self that comes here. Your new natural self comes in as this water I was talking about in the desert, and this is a little bit the desert. So the water is coming here, but it's dry. Thoughts, pain, thinking too much, things that dies, that's being sacrificed. It's 10 of Swords is actually in this deck, it's kind of apocalypse. How the veil is falling and exposing the dreadful reality. So it's maybe you need to see the reality within you. It might be that you haven't really listened to your natural self, and now you are pushed to do so, and you need to open your eyes and see the reality. Because when you were born as something significant. Imagine that you were born like the Fool here, with a lot of curiosity and like the latest download from the universe and everything. And your parents didn't like that because they wanted things as they always have been. So you were like taught to be in a certain way that didn't come natural for you. I have told the other signs that it's like being a rose and trying to be a motorcycle, for example. It's very hard for a rose to become a motorcycle, but here it's really trying to become a motorcycle, or it has tried and failed. And then you need to open your eyes to the reality. You're not a motorcycle, you're a rose. Big difference. And here with the Fool, it's very revolutionary, as is the High Priestess. And the King of Coins is more of order. So it might be that you want certain things, but since your natural self comes in the middle, there's a disaster. Kind of this. But the disaster is not there for destroying things that you love. They are there for this water to be able to push through into new realms. So the natural you are supposed to win, and the old self need to cave, but it might cost you something, because if you have successfully being a rose masquerading like a motorcycle, if people will actually realize that you are a rose, that might be this situation. 10 of Swords. Something all that dies, you can't hold up that charade anymore, that veil of illusions. A High Priestess is secret, and this is kind of secret being revealed in a very blunt fashion. People feeling betrayed or backstabbed or not loved for the people that they are, or it's a lot of things, but I think it's thinking. I think it's thinking. Too much thinking. And it might have led to a little bit nervous breakdown down here in the past. We'll see more. More will be revealed. Okay. So the next, this was in the past, September maybe. And now we will go into the now, moving into the 1st of October here. So here we have a 4 of Cups. So that's much relating to the King of Coins situation. Some of you might be dealing with air, for example, Libra. I was reading for Libra just now, and it came the King of Coins and 4 of Cups. So either you're dealing with a Libra that is a bit closed off, or you're a little bit closed up to that Libra. Or it might be any air sign. You have this 10 of Swords here. This is someone that doesn't want to share. They want to have this new beginning. It's Ace of Cups here, actually, but here you have an Ace of Coins. It's very green here. Green is for love, unconditional nature, natural love. But this person is kind of staying in their safe environment, not taking the next step into this future that's promised here. But it's morning mist here, so it might be too early to take this. Maybe he needs to ponder a little bit longer, really feel safe. Maybe they are not really like the Fool, just throwing themselves out there and grabbing that Ace of Cups and being on their way already. So it might be a little bit more cautious energy here coming into October. The next card is the World card, so it's going very quickly from a new beginning to an ending. The Fool is the first card in Major Arcana. The World is the last card. So we have Alpha and Omega here, the beginning and the end. And you have also the High Priestess card here. It's very much in the beginning. It's number 2. Step 1 is Magician. It's something odd being completed here with the World. And it came underneath the High Priestess. As I said, she's number 2. This is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. It's the Empress. So it's very feminine energy here. Divine femininity. And it might be what's offered to this situation where we... it's like having a little bit of a bad self-esteem. Not feeling that you're worthy. Not feeling that you're worthy of love. Or maybe you don't want to take the step out into an unknown. Maybe you will fail, so it's over before it has even begun. Giving up, or might be in the mind of this person. But with the World card, it's very reassuring. It's saying that you are in the place that you are supposed to be. Everything is going on to schedule. You are on the highest road towards your highest destiny. So it's a good help. It's like having the divine with you in this. And having this beautiful connection also with the divine. So it might be that there's some time that needs to pass here. Maybe you're waiting for something. So maybe the waiting isn't that bad. And now we have a King of Cups also underneath the King of Coins. So this is the 2 feminine kings. Doesn't wear any weapons. They have mastered in other areas the body, their emotions. So body might mean fortune, having great riches, being a good businessman. Water might mean being a good caretaker, a loving father, nourishing, healing, supporting, being able to take care of groups, maybe working with HR questions, human resources, or maybe being like a psychotherapist, and this might be a physiological healer, like a doctor. Doctor in when it comes to the body, and this might be a doctor in the heart, in the matters of the heart. So it's something that has really been fully grown here. We can see this with this High Priestess, the King of Coins, the World, and the King of Cups. It's very things being on the right place. So this is like a unity of their own, but it's taking part of this a little bit also, because the 4 of Cups is having some kind of security and not wanting really to go outside that security. So it might be that you have built like a beautiful empire for yourself, and you don't want to go on and disturb that when it's all beautifully fluffed up like this. Okay, so, and here in a little bit to the right here, we have the Knight of Wands. And Knight of Wands is very straightforward, moving forward, very goal oriented. It's like an arrow. It's very masculine. It has its wand as a weapon, and also like a distinction where you will go, like a point. And you have the Fool here together with the Knight of Wands. So this is feeling more like your normal energy, like being very decisive, being very creative, knowing exactly what to do, knowing exactly what you want. Here I recognize Aries very much. You are not that cautious. You're not sitting tightly and waiting for things. You are creating. But it might have happened something. Maybe you have needed to take time to birth forward new things here. You have the Ace of Coins and the Fool. Maybe it was like a time needed to nurture forward these 2 kings, making yourself being more aware of your of your body and your emotions, because we can work and being very decisive all we want. If we don't have our body with us, we will break it. So it might be what have happened here. Maybe you have been too enthusiastic about something, some creative endeavor, or worked yourself into the wall, or maybe you have hurt your back or something similar to this. The old backbone, anyway, the old way which you get praise through might have been hurt for you. So for example, a person that they are really a rose, but they're trying to be a motorcycle, and they are the leading motorcycle on a company, and they are working their little behinds off. And then one day they kind of get a really heavy ammonia, because the back is also, you can get back pain when you have ammonia, and that's forcing the rose to stay in bed, becoming more like a rose and less like a motorcycle. Because in bed, what can you do? You can just lie there and smell. Maybe not that good as a rose, but you need to start somewhere if you're going to become a rose. Yes. So this is how life might stop you from being something that you are not. And you might feel like, why am I, this unfortunate thing is happening to me? But actually it's a help for you to magically step into this highest destiny here. Because finally you have both water and fire here, so it's very passionate, but it's also taking consideration to the whole being, not just fire, like burning everything up. It's also water, so you can have some kind of balance. You don't have to work. You can be working and having fun with your friends. And here you have a 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups is a wish card. It must hold the same potential that Ace of Coins, like endless potential, things that can be done, things that can be prosperous, things that can happen in your life. And it's connected here to Jupiter and Pisces. So it's something being like making bigger with your emotions. And we can see this because you have gotten to learn to know your body here. Maybe in all these cards, everything is very perfected in some way. So even if there has been like some hardships, it was just what the doctor ordered. You have 2 doctors here. So it's just what they ordered for you to become in harmony. So you would know your body and your feelings, and you know here what to ask for, what you really want. Because when you were heading around being the motorcycle, you didn't know what you really wanted, because it was someone else's expectations that you lived your life through. But here you have come in so beautiful contact with yourself, maybe to withdrawing a little bit from being a motorcycle and being more like a rose, and therefore you know more about what you like and what you dislike, what's making you happy and what's not making you happy. And this is a beautiful time to make prayers of your new future, because it's something hitting off here in harmony, but in beautiful speed, I think, as well. We see every other card here is it's 4 of Cups, King of Cups, 9 of Cups. Here you have the World and the Knight of Wands. So it's something very spiritual with these cards, and this is very earthy and emotional, like your human nature. So I think now you know your human nature, you can also put yourself on your highest destiny, follow your soul's longing, and really pray for what you want. This is a new beginning, so put a little effort into visioning this future that you want. This is a marvelous time for this. You have done something to perfection now, and it's time for the next deed. You have come as far as you can come here in this certain thing that you are, and you need to expand a little bit with the Fool here. You need some more things happening now. And you need to envision what that might be. What are you longing for? What are your dreams? What do you wish for? Here's the Ace of Cups that he had from the beginning, but he didn't take. But here it's like more in your face. So now take a decision. What is it that you want with your life? What would make you happy? And what comes natural for you? What are you doing every day anyway? So maybe you can make money out of this instead of being a motorcycle somewhere when you're actually this rose. Okay, so the future here for Aries. and we have a Two of Cups. So it seems like finally there's hitting off something with this chance that you were given. We have the Two of Cups. It's the two High Priestess here as well. So I think someone needed to ponder in alone time maybe on what decision they wanted to make. They needed to feel in their own feelings to be able to take a decision. Two of Cups is making a choice, taking a decision. And it's in heart matters, like things of the heart, what your heart is beating for, what it wants. And it wants some kind of connection. It wants to connect with the right thing, maybe with your true mission. When you miss something, it might be someone actually also. It doesn't have to be like soul mission, I want to find out what I'm here to do. Maybe you're here to love someone, and maybe this is your mission. Because you have the World card here and a king. These kings, kings might be two kings, so it might be you belonging with another person, and you're yin to their yang, and they are yang to your yin, and we have this unity here, very beautiful. So next card is Seven of Coins, so that's a little bit more delay. It's going like very well together with this here, being out in nature, like being in your natural self, but not taking any current action. So maybe that's good. I wanted you to be a rose. A rose doesn't run around doing a lot of things. Maybe you're just waiting for some love to come. Maybe you are waiting for someone to grow or to mature. It might be this. It's like this love is here and it's complete and whole and kings and everything, but it's still something you're waiting. And the World card is about time. And it's also almost like a clock there behind the High Priestess, if you can see. So it's something with time here. And the Seven of Coins talks about divine timing. Sevens are always coming with challenges, and this challenge is about patience. Maybe you're in a hurry somewhere, and the divine is saying this, you don't have to hurry. There's things that need to settle or be in a perfect order. Like if you want a certain job, for example, maybe that company needs to start to search for employers. It needs to come that time that they will find that this job, that's your highest destiny, need to start to employing, and maybe they are not going to do so but later this year. So therefore you need to have this patient, and it can be the same thing with any type of situation, that it might not be really ready. And here you have fate. So fate is number 5, and it's connected to Taurus. So yeah, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus here, earth, water, earth. And fate card is the High Priest. It's connected to society, culture, religion, belief system, authority, library, scientist, what we know, what we have learned up to here. So it's collected knowledge that we share together. And we can see this pillar. Here's its 2 pillars in the 2. No, the King of Coins here is 2 pillars. Here is 1 pillar looking like light, and here's light. So it's almost like your Kundalini power is risen because of something you're realizing about your natural self, something of going on the highest path, on your highest destiny. So I think you're getting to know yourself much better. And it might be that society needs to like be ready for this change of kings, the change of authority, the change of you. Fate card is connected to all the 5s, all the conflict cards. So it's a lot of conflicts when we are in society with other people. Everyone had their free will, so it can be chaos at times. So maybe you're waiting for something to be less chaotic and more collected, like this beautiful thing here. So we can go together into the future instead of split into the future. And here you have a beautiful Queen of Cups. And when it comes to dressed card like this together, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess, it's usually meaning something significant, like a very beautiful soul connection here. But with the person that's, you are coming here like the Fool, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, and you're adversary, your mate or your other person. It might be sometimes that you're not the best of friends always. Comes like King of Coins, King of Cups, and Fate. So it's like you imagine them to have a lot of authority. This is still you, because everything that's on the outside will be something that's mirrored from your inside. So this is still a part of you, but this is the light part of you, the part of you that we know, and this is the part of the other that we know, the part that we show to the world. And they are very much authoritative, and you are more like young and sparkling and emotional and passionate and want things. So it might be that you really need to learn to not rush things. People can be turtles at times, and when you are like this rabbit, you are doing circles around them. And we have the High Priestess as well. So there's 3 people here, and the High Priestess can sometimes be in secrets, and we have the highest soul card here, 21 worlds. So it might be something like a knowledge hidden in time, and it will be revealed to you when the right time has come. And we can also see the connection between your Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Both of them are very emotional creature, listening to their inner nature, being very, I got this with Libra as well. This is like a psychic or a medium, or someone that knows kind of everything, has the beautiful connection with the grid. So it might be that you have healed yourself and your masculine with your feminine side, your more rushing creative side with the more orderly fashioned masculine side, and you have found some kind of balance here. So it's a little pristine, it's a little new. So we need to be a little bit careful here, but I think it's going to be love here. So when you love yourself, when you unify yourself like this and heal yourself, you will also mirror healed persons that love you on the outside. So for those of you searching for love, it seems very possible. But there's a lot of people in this reading. We have 2 kings, 1 knight. We have the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Fool. So it might be like a whole family situation where everyone play their part, and they have like their different roles to play their part as your archetypes in your psyche. So you might learn a lot from those relationships with other people, and you can see their things, the things that you might irritate yourself on with them, and might actually be things that you have yet to explore inside of yourself. So when we are really irritated with something, we usually need to check out what that is. Okay, and here we have an 8 of Cups, and this happens a lot with situation. There's a lot of people involved. You get tired of them and you just leave. So we have 9 of Cups here. You want something specific, and 8 of Cups is like you don't think that this what you have gotten is the right thing. And it's much here like you don't want to take this offer being given either. So for some of you, it might be that you're resisting help. You don't want to people to pray in your, or like rubble around in your feelings. So you might be a little bit private, like with the High Priestess there and 7 of Coins, like a little bit blocked. So that might be one thing. If people are trying to help you and want to heal you, want to nurture you, society is there for you. If your family is there for you, your partner is there for you, try to open up to them. But it might also be that you have tried to open up to them and they didn't love this, what they saw, and you get really frustrated and you leave because you don't feel really loved for the person that you are. So in the future here, I see that you are doing a little bit like revolution. It's like you're taking authority and shooting yourself into the future, and no one else is following here into the future. But it's Queen of Cups here. That's Cancer, and here you have Pisces. So maybe you are listening to your feeling. Maybe you need to do this. Maybe it's something that came up when you were in the 9 of Cups asking for your future, and you realized maybe that this what you have is not what you want. And you're not satisfied with what you have got, so you want to create something new. And what more? I want to take like a past this for the past, this with the Ten of Swords. Take a card from Oracle of Visions. It's this, actually. Wow. We also have this. Oh, it's a lot of cards here. They are connecting to the Fool and the Ten of Swords. If you can see the coloration, and like this with all the random things is connecting to the Fool being very random and creative and colorful and beautiful. And it's something with this, you being your natural self and forgiving yourself for your passion, for this passion that you have. You are accepting your true nature. So that's really beautiful. But here we have this, when decision determines destiny. When you find out, you have gotten to know your natural self, and that was all fine. But then you are meeting with the reality, and the reality is still this motorcycle. And you are now discovered that you are a rose, so you don't fit in anymore, and you want something else. And we have decision determined destiny. This is how you make decision with trying to find out what it is that you want. And when you know what you want, you are moving along. So we see you are moving along, and you see the stretched out hands here. It's pointing to some point in the future. So you might like endure living in some shaky times. Maybe you are going to turn your whole life upside down, and you just need to do it because there's some destiny you have that you need to arrive to. And then maybe you need to sacrifice things of the old, the motorcycle life, for the benefit of the rose life that you now have found out that, oh, I'm this rose. So, okay. I will take a card from my new deck, Vibrational Energy Oracle Cards. It's by Debbie A. Anderson and illustrated by Heather Brewster. So I want to take a card for your future with this Eight of Cups. And we already have here, I feel it's 2 cards. So you want to stretch towards abundant blessings, the Nine of Cups. This is what you want. And your current state is apparently not enough. It's something that you're not satisfied with, or things are not going as planned. And this is what you want, abundant blessings. You want to live an abundant life. You have a soul's mission. You're not supposed to, you know, die while waiting. And here we have the rain dance. So I think this is like this sacrifice that you are doing, this leaving behind that you are doing, it's just a means to an end. You're supposed to go somewhere. See, look at the hands of this creature again, and all those hands. They are on their way to something. They are moving to something. And this is the decision that determines destiny. So sometimes we need to take very difficult decision to find our true destiny. And so I think you are like prepared to sacrifice rainy days to have this beautiful abundance of yours. So this is what I see for you. You need to sacrifice whatever it was that you had in the past. It might be like simple as titles. Like before you were this big business leader and everything was just fine, and then one day you discovered that you want to do some funny things that was more spiritual and rosy. So then you need to sacrifice this old kingdom of yours and the titles, maybe not being a CEO anymore, writing on your business card, I am a rose, totally in tune with my true nature. So that's not like giving the same authority. And authority might be what you need to sacrifice here for something else. This is of the world, and this is out of worldly. This is from humans. This is what's coming from your soul. So it's 2 different things. Okay, so my dear Aries, I hope this helped, and I want you to take really good care to this transition. And also I would like for you to join me again in for the middle of October reading. It will come in the beginning of October, like 1st of October or 2nd or 3rd. But please join me again. I love to have you with me on this beautiful journey of our souls. Okay, bye bye.